This video I'm going to tell you about the vulnerability scanner. Vulnerability scanner is a super important part of the security system in place with Security Ninja because it helps you keep an eye out for any vulnerable plugins that might have been installed on your website. And it's easy enough that most websites easily contain 30, 40, 50 or many more plugins to lose track of which one has been outdated or perhaps forgotten by the developers or simply just insecure. So in this case, for instance, it's Beaver Builder, which is a very solid plugin. So there's no doubt about this. It's simply just a version that happened to be picked up in this test situation. So when you go to the vulnerability tab, there are some settings here you can choose which help you navigate how it looks and how it functions. Now, first of all, you can simply disable this entirely. We do not recommend it, of course, but it's possible. The admin counter is simply because some people do not like the fact that it has a little icon, a little number down here in the interface, and also it has a little vulnerability counter up here. They feel it's annoying, but it's turned on by default, simply to get your attention. That's the whole point. You can also enable email notifications, and then it will be sent a notification to email. You simply enable it, and you can enter in the emails. Here you can simply add multiple recipients by adding a comma, so easy enough to do. And that simply is every time that the scan is done, it runs and it will identify a vulnerable plugin or theme. It will send it a notification or warning to you. You can actually go and ignore various plugins or theme folders in case you know this is something like in case if you have a plugin that has been abandoned for a while and you took over and fixed some things yourself manually, or perhaps it's your own plugin and you know what you're doing, you can, for instance, in this case also, since I'm on a local server recording this video, I don't care that much. So I can actually go, I happen to know the folder name, BP plugins, so I can ignore it. Press Save Changes, and then the warning is still there, but we have a little run manual scan down here. Sorry, I can't show you because it's out of range, so I'm just running the scan right now, and then whoops, no vulnerabilities found. And you can see on this test site we tested 29 plugins and 15 different themes. So now to remove it again, of course. That's the video on how to use the vulnerability scanner in Security Ninja. It's super easy and simple, and it's available for all users, free or premium. All data is sent or downloaded to your local server. So all the list of vulnerabilities, that means we do not know which kind of plugins you have installed on your website for who might be vulnerable or not. We simply provide a list, and then when you install it on your local server, it will scan and try to match and find the vulnerable plugins looking at the version numbers and everything. So we never send a list of which potentially vulnerable plugins that might be on your website.